What is going on, everybody? It is Nidge here from Nidge Plays, just here to remind you that if you are enjoying the content, to leave a like, comment and subscribe to my channel to help it grow. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the video. Hello everybody, and welcome to episode number 3 of our second season with Real Betis. Couple of things I want to talk about before today's episode begins. Firstly, this is not a live com. I'll explain exactly why that is in just a second, but we've got 2 games for you in today's episode. We have got the second leg of our Champions League Qualifier against Sporting Lokren, and then we have our game in the league against Villareal. Before we get started, I did manage to sign another couple of players for our team. We've got Jesse Rodriguez and Kurt Zuma, both in on loan, so really abusing the loan system there. The 2 players that will be really good for us, especially with the Champions League and trying to juggle all the competitions. They'll be really good for filling in, and who knows, might even end up starting, but preferably I'd rather start my own players, if that makes sense, so they can grow. But nevertheless, there'll be 2 good players. There on the screen is the lineup that we use for our Sporting Lokren game, but talk about what I was going to talk about, because firstly, the reason this isn't a live com, I did originally record it as a live com, and I have got the files for it, but there was a bit of a failure on my part, because I've recently started my trial on the Camtasia Studio 8, and I've just been messing around and trying to figure out which is the best way to record, because I was previously, well, I still am recording the games using my Elgato game capture card. Then I'd been putting that into Movie Maker, and then putting it from Movie Maker into here, and then in Camtasia I was sort of editing and that kind of thing. But what I actually tried to do was just record the visual side of it on Movie Maker. What a tidy goal that was, by the way. Sorry, not on Movie Maker, on the Elgato software, and then record the audio on Camtasia. Now what happened was I recorded them both, but the file wasn't being accepted onto one loan program, if that makes sense. So I was having to have the audio one side, then the visual one side, and trying to time it all and everything. It was an absolute nightmare, so I won't be doing that again. But it does actually give me a chance to talk about a couple of things, and it hasn't worked out to be too bad, because there's a few things that have come about in the last day or so that are worth talking about on here. So despite the fact it's not going to be a live comp, there is some interesting stuff coming, so sorry that you won't get my live reaction, especially in this game as well, because at one point you'll see in the video a penalty is given to a team. I'll call exactly what is going to happen before it happens, and then it does, and I so wish you could have seen that live, because it was quite funny when it happened. But first thing I was going to talk about was FIFA 15 closed beta. Now I have been invited to the closed beta, which starts on the 21st of August, so in about 10 days. Unfortunately, I won't be able to show you any footage from it, and I'm not strictly speaking allowed to tell you anything specific from the game, I don't think, but I will check up on that. But still, I will be trying to relay you as much information as I can without obviously breaking EA's very tight rules. So I'll be getting that in about 10 days time, and I'll try and tell you as much as I can, and I'll show you anything that I can. So that's in about 10 days time. You can expect to hear a bit more about FIFA 15 and what's upcoming. Obviously there has been a few different bits of news breaking on FIFA 15 over the last few days. The other day, firstly, we had the announcement that all 20 Premier League teams will now have their official stadiums, which is, for me, someone that plays career mode a lot, it's a really big deal, because how many times do you come across Ivy Lane, Town Park, and it can be a little bit annoying, but now every single team in the Premiership is going to have their official stadium. Nothing groundbreaking, but it is really nice to see, and like I said, it's just a nice little touch, and that's something that I'm looking forward to seeing. The other thing they released in the same sort of statement was that not all, but 200 player faces have also been added to the Premiership, so they've done more of the face scan stuff that they did, so a lot more players should start looking a lot more realistic. I might throw in a couple of screenshots of this at the end, possibly. We'll have to wait and see, but some of them look phenomenal. I mean, I saw Aguero's that looked really incredible, because I don't think Aguero looks at all like Aguero this year, but yeah, the Aguero one looked incredible. There was De Gea looked incredible. There's a lot of them. There's the penalty incident in the background, and at this point I'm saying Dos Santos is taking it. I bet he chips it down the middle, and that's exactly what it does, as you're about to see. But anyway, yeah, there's a few of they released a few face scans, and they looked absolutely phenomenal, so that was really cool. They've not got all of them, obviously, but 200 more have been added to the Premiership, which is a pretty decent amount, really, when you consider that's sort of 20 teams, 200, that's quite a lot. Anyway, next thing that's been announced for FIFA was the, I don't know if this is in the same statement article, whatever you want to call it, I can't remember, but they also announced that there's going to be goal line technology in the game, which sort of, half of me thinks that's a really nice addition. Again, it's nice for the presentation side of it. The way they showcased it was pretty cool. You sort of had someone just clearing it off the line and commentators talking over the top saying, you know, we weren't sure if that was in the first time round, blah 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 blah. And it does it exactly how you'd expect it to do, like in the real life football, where you sort of, it goes blue behind the goal, you get the overhead view and everything, all that kind of stuff. But the bad thing is it just going to be more stuff slowing the gameplay down? I don't know. I imagine you'll be able to skip it surely, so hopefully it shouldn't be too much of a hindrance, but you don't know, it could slow the game down a little bit, but I still think it's a nice little addition just to make the game feel that little bit more realistic when you're playing. The new thing that they've announced, this is as of today, which is the 11th of August, I think, is that there's a little screenshot. It's not really an announcement, actually. Announcement saying, it makes it sound bigger than it actually is. Look at this for a jammy goal, deflected in, bobbled around in the middle of the box and just deflected in. The other thing they announced was with a screenshot that showed a bit of the team management screen for next season, and nothing mind-blowing to me. It looked very much like PES. You had your shirt layouts a bit similar to how you have them now, so you sort of, you know, you pause it on in the middle of a match, you got like your shirts on the left and your stuff on the right. The shirts still look pretty similar, but it's got the player rating next to them. And I don't know if anyone's ever played PES, but on PES you've got this little graph at the top and it's got like speed, power, all that kind of stuff, and a little sort of chart thing in the middle of it showing where the strengths are. It's got that as well, which reminded me a lot of PES, and it's something that you don't really see in FIFA, so it'll be interesting to see how people take on to that. Most people, when I saw the picture on Facebook, were commenting saying, oh, copy and paste, so it wasn't just me that was thinking that, but yeah. It does seem that they're starting to get the announcements out thick and fast now. You can see our group, by the way, there for the Champions League. Not a bad group at all, but yeah, with Gamescom being this week and then obviously Eurogamer coming up pretty soon, they're starting to announce a lot more. But I will also let you know before the end of this episode that I am looking to actually bring a couple of Ultimate Team squad builders to the channel in the next few days, so that's something to stay tuned for if you're into your Ultimate Team. But that is bringing us pretty much to the end of episode 3. Once again, I really apologise that this wasn't a live com. It was originally intended to be, like I said before, but hopefully that's giving you a bit more information about FIFA 15. And like I say, I'll try and let you know as much as I can when the betas come out and I played it a little bit. But that'll be the end of this episode, guys. I shall see you in the next one. Nidge out.